So, welcome to both of you to this Zoom webinar or mostly discussions. Let's call it discussion. But both of you are entrepreneurs of the missing community. Both of you are young. Both of you are risk taking, and both of you are doing wonderful work in your own field. So, basically, what we will try to do over a half an hour or 40 minutes is have a discussion on how entrepreneurships, young missing workers or young missing students or young missing people can learn from entrepreneurship skills, or what are the things that you can provide, and how is this COVID pandemic affecting your business. So, but let's start with a small round of introduction. So I'll ask Pranav to first introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Pedal Roads Cycling.
Hi, I'm Pranav and I'm one of the co-founders of Pedal Road Cycling Private Limited. So we are basically an adventure company, mainly concentrated on cycling tours in Northeast India. And also we deal with retailing premium bicycles. Premium bicycles, I mean imported cycles from from Germany, from Taiwan. And we have around 3 retail outlets in Assam. One is at Guwahati, one is at Silapathar, and one is at Port Lakhimpur. So that's all about me.
When was the company founded?
So Pedal Road Cycling was founded in 2016. Yeah, July 2016.
Okay, so it's all 4 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost. Okay, Jitu, maybe you introduce NetVenture a little bit and tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hello, my name is Jitu and I'm the co-founder of NetVenture. NetVenture is the only recognized adventure tour operator of the Northeastern India under Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. And we are more into adventure tours in the Northeastern region. And like right now we are concentrating mainly on cycling and trekking tours. But in future we're planning to do into water sports and aero sports very soon, maybe within 2 to 3 years. And that's all. Maybe
so
I will know more about.
You don't sell cycles. You are not in the selling segment.
No, I don't sell cycles. I only sell tours and experience, basically.
Okay, so in that sense both of your companies are in the same segment but a little different in some sorts, right, Pranav?
Yeah, we are both, what you call enemies, like
You're competitors in the same market.
Yeah, competitors, foes, friends, everything. Yeah.
Okay. So Pranav, you are a trained engineer from NITS Mirza, no? NITS Mirza. And so what made you choose to give up on your engineering profession and then come to this company to do entrepreneurship and start Pedal Roads? What made you decide
that? It's very difficult to say, what made me to start Pedal Road Cycling. But basically, I think it's like, I always wanted to do something, what you call, more than just doing a regular job, going with the flow and all. So I just wanted to explore, the various aspects of life, how it takes. So I left my job in 2015. Then I went for a month-long cycling tour around Northeast India. Then it made me realize then, okay, then fine, yeah, I should, leave my job and I should get into what you call adventure cycling and all. So, so that's basically how I started pedal road cycling. So I didn't have any specific motive and all, like I just started, then things fall into place after, I started this company.
Okay. And Jitu, you had a stable job in Delhi, but you decided to go back to Guwahati and start this NetVenture company. So why did you decide to do that? And how has the experience been? Has it been helpful to you?
Yeah, basically when I was working at Delhi with the various companies, and I got a lot of queries regarding people who want to travel to this part of India. Since Northeast is unexplored and a lot of people want to travel to this. And there's not a proper agency who does that, especially adventure tours. So since I was into adventure tours for the last 10 years, so So I thought, why not go back and do something so that people can come back, come to Northeast and explore this region. Instead of, since a lot of the northern part of India are mostly explored, so we have more scope. Being an unexplored region, we have more scope than rest of India. That's why I thought and start up before anyone else does that.
Okay, so when did you found the company? When was the company founded, Netventure?
It was by the end of year 2016, like in October.
Okay, so how has the business been till now?
Till now we have done few good expeditions for, like, we have done few tours for the Indian Army, like cycling expeditions, and even for Netfee, Oil India, even for NRL also we have done few tours. And actually this was, the third year was crucial for us. Not third year, maybe fourth year also you can say, but on operationally it was the third year. It was crucial for us, but this COVID and car has affected us a lot. So like 2020 was almost a blank for us, no business. It's like no incoming from any sources from December.
Okay, before I go to Pranav again, but I'll ask you still, how is the pandemic affecting you? What is the season? What is the cycling season, adventure season in Northeast? What is your season? And
Actually,
then how much is it affecting you?
the season mostly starts from October, maybe you can say end of September till end of April. So since December, like it was being affected by car, Citizen Amendment Act, and again the bill, and then after that, this viruses came into the picture.
Okay,
so like it has mainly affected the main season. You can say December, January, February, even the March and April was also there.
What is the estimate? Are you comfortable sharing the estimate of loss that you are making? Like how much are you making?
If you see, mainly most of the important tours that we do in this region is like the Guwahati Tawang, the Meghalaya tour. This usually happens between March to April. Usually this March to April or either in October in every year. So this year, like in April, we had a tour. We had a booking from a group of people from Mumbai for this Guwahati Tawang, and even there was a school tour also from Rajasthan. But all got cancelled due to the current scenario. So if you like remove those, even if you consider that there is no booking at all, like even was a zero booking, even that the monthly expenses comes around 20 to 25,000. That's a monthly expenses. So like so you can say like loss of around maybe around 25 into 6 months maybe. That's the minimum thing I'm saying. Even if there's a zero booking on our side. Like any
yeah, 1.5 minimum, like the running expenses, lack of. Okay,
yeah.
Pranav, how is the? I'm coming to you now. How is the pandemic affecting you? Is it affecting your business? How is it affecting you?
More than financially, it's affecting us emotionally and mentally. So hello.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, you can say.
Yeah. So since most of our team members and what we call the entire team works remotely,
yes.
So we have been forced to lay off many like what you call freelance, like employees of our company. So apart from that, sales of cycles has gone down a bit, and what you call, and like Jituta said, like tours have already been cancelled since December. Like most of our, so we also had many tours planned in the month of February and April. And also we used to provide B2B backend services for many companies based out of Delhi and Bombay. So unfortunately we had to cancel those trips also, and that's that's how it's affecting us like financially. And more than finance, it's affecting us mentally. Like now we are very anxious about how we what we should do next, what we shouldn't do next. So that's how.
Okay, from COVID, let's go back to again family. So I'll start again with Pranav now. How, when you make the decision to give up a good job, let's call it engineer good job in Assam terms, and then decide to get into this risk lead in business center. How did your family react? Were they happy? Were they agreeing to you? What did they say?
Yeah, from since day one, my parents has been one of the what you call the foremost, and they were very supportive since day one. And apart from my family, my friends, some of my very close friends, they have been very supportive of like whatever I do. So like family wise, uh, they're very supportive of whatever I'm doing right now,
Hmm.
and I hope they they continue to support in the days to come too.
Okay. What about Jitu? Your family support? How is it?
Yeah, initially it was really hard for me to convince my parents, actually my mom, and so since most of the family members are like the working government officials, like government working persons, so like they didn't support. They want me to join a government job or maybe like a permanent thing instead of being a job,
Uh,
so business. So like initially, yeah, it was like a little bit hard for me, but yeah, later on they came into line and like they kept supporting in my various steps that I've taken for this.
yeah. Okay. Let's go to again structural questions. So how does the adventure tourism market in Northeast looks like? Is it good? And is it easy or difficult to do business, adventure related business in Assam in terms of legal support or in terms of the political support or in terms of the business environment in Assam? How does it look like? Jitu.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if we see as a whole scenario, the government is supporting us like in the various in the various ways, like to support adventure tourism, especially in northeastern region. Since the government also became aware that this is like this industry has a lot of scope to do like in this part of India.
Mm,
So like yeah, but though the government is supporting, but yeah, a lot of problems arises since a lot of the products in northeastern part of India are not being marketed properly till now.
mm,
Even some of the products are not being like they're not been designed properly. Also, if you say
mm,
in a proper way, like day-wise itineraries, the distance and all, the altitudes and all, those all measures. Well, if you go for a tracks or those things are not being designed properly, maybe, and like so these initial things need to be done. So maybe within a few years, yeah, we'll do good in this sector.
mm. Okay. What about Pranav? You can answer the same question. How does it look like for your business sector?
Adventure has there are a lot of opportunities out here, like we don't operate much in Assam, like we mostly concentrate in two states. One is Meghalaya and one is Arunachal.
Mm,
So in Arunachal, there are a lot of opportunities. We have been working with many local communities. We have been working with very local partners, and same goes with Meghalaya too.
mm,
And in Assam, we haven't. In Assam, we have worked in Majuli, and in what you call towards the upper side of Assam. So yeah, the business good looks, and the opportunity looks good. But what you say, like Zituda said, you need to have a very what you call well defined and like well defined structure of how uh, adventure tour should be organized out here. Like
mm. You think things will improve in the coming future?
yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go to Missing Entrepreneurs Network. No, you guys are both of you are part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a position? Who has a position?
No, no. It's like an open platform. There is no, there is no what you call hierarchy or any sort of that sort. So it's like a open forum.
When was this founded? Anybody can answer.
It's founded like 2 months back.
Okay, so pretty new. So it's mostly a Facebook page, or so you guys have any physical meetings yet? No.
No, no. We just like it was started by Mukul Pego. He is the founder of Mazuli Music Festival.
Hmm.
So
Full
when
pegu
I
or
was
full
in
dollar?
Oh, Mukul Dole, sorry,
Yeah.
Mukul Dole.
Okay.
Yes. So when I was in Majuli for a while, like I was there for some other work, not related to cycling, but I used to work for a software, like software company too.
Mm.
So I was there for some work. Then I happened to, ride around Zengrai Mukh, and then I got to know about him. Then we got connected over Facebook.
Mm.
Then we had a talk about, like why not we started we start a forum where we can, all the missing entrepreneurs can come together and share their ideas, help each other. It's basically like a support group.
Mm. It's an interesting idea. It's a very good idea. So, okay, I will ask now specific questions to both of you. Do you have any missing employees, Pranab, in your company?
Yeah, we do have two of our employees are missing.
Jitu, do you have?
No, right now we don't have.
Okay.
We hire basis like right now we are hiring mainly basis on qualified qualified persons. Maybe since whether if we hire for trekking tours, they should be qualified mountaineers, and if for cycling, they should be qualified mechanics. Based on the type of activity, we hire qualified personnel. So right now, nobody has applied from the missing community has applied who has qualified for the post that's open for hiring.
Okay, so both of you can answer. So if anybody wants to apply to your positions, or for instance, if you guys want to apply from the hire from the missing community, what are the obstacles that you see? Do you see that lack of qualified personnel, or do you see lack of political will or lack of will to come and work for a missing employer, or lack of will for the qualified people to come back to Assam and work? What are the obstacles that you see if you want to hire from the missing community? Pranav can answer. Start.
Oh yeah. So when it comes to hiring, more than qualification or more than the thing, we actually look into their communication, what we call the interpersonal skills. So for us, more than more than being qualified, he should basically be a very good person. Like we take time to understand the, we have a very different way of hiring people. It's not like the basic, the what you call the regular way of hiring. So we, before someone applies, we like we meet them in person. We used to work with them for a while, like on a what you call on a freelance basis. Then after that, like after getting to know that person well. So for us, more than qualification, he should be very what you call. He should be loyal, like he should be a very good person. That's so our hiring process is a bit different from other companies, if you say.
So for G2, it's lack of qualified staff for now.
Yeah, right. Since we have a definite set of rules that we have to follow, since we are a government recognized agencies, so we have a definite set of rules. Like for a particular activity, suppose if you go for an high altitude trek, the guide who is guiding the trek should be an advanced qualified. So that's no option. You have to do it. Like if certain thing happens, he is like qualified to handle the situation. Means I didn't like since a lot of things are taught in the courses. So that's why we are left with no options, but they should be qualified. So without qualification, you can't hire. That's the basic rule that the government of India has set for us.
So what is, okay, I'll ask you a more question. What does recognition by the government means? Does it mean that you get some support from the government, or what does it mean? What are the benefits of getting recognized?
There different recognition from different agencies. So different agencies have different facilities. Like we are, for example, we are being recognized by the government of India. So the government of India support us in attending various fairs, travel fairs, especially travel fairs across India, even abroad also. But in order to go abroad, you have to be like little bit older, like company. But initially, in the other places of India, yeah, you are being supported. Like your travel fares are being paid by the government. Your stay, accommodation, and food are being paid by the government. So these whole things are being done, and even you get an information like what all things are happening at various places of India,
Mm.
especially into the travel sections.
Mm.
So these all informations are being shared, and various helps also come, and even various like meetings between the various like owners of the companies are also being organized by the company government from time to time.
Okay. Okay. So okay. Now back to Pranav. Pranav, so you don't have that kind of recognition for now. Like you don't have that support from the government yet.
We haven't applied for any support, and actually we don't want any support as of now, because ours, the business plan is, because we are into supporting other business, like we mainly provide backend services as of now. So we
Mm.
provide backend services to other companies. So
What
we
does
are like
backend services
basically,
mean? Can you explain it a little bit?
yeah, for example, if you want to organize a cycling tour in Arunachal, or for example, if you want to organize a cycling tour in anywhere in Northeast.
Yeah.
So like we act as one of the backend service provider. We like provide you the cycles, we provide you the backup vehicles, we provide you with a mechanic, we provide you with all the local like the licensing and everything. So
Okay.
and the front end, you do the marketing, you get your own client. So that's one model we are working on as of now.
Uh,
So, and also we have worked with NetVenture in couple of tours. We have been supporting like companies like NetVenture, like companies like IPPO based out of Bombay. Like we have been supporting companies like Note by Notice. They are a very good like company based out of Dispur.
mm. So this collective, again, back to missing research, missing entrepreneurs network. How many people are there for now?
I think we have around 19, 19 people here.
So when both of you were starting, this is questions to both of you. When you both of you were starting, there were very few young missing entrepreneurs, no? Like it's 4 years, both of you have started, been in the business for 4 years. So now do you see the numbers increasing, that the young missing people are actually coming back and starting entrepreneurship ventures or startups? Do you think how is the entrepreneurship uh, improving, or is it growing in the missing community?
I think
Yeah,
Jitu
for the
does.
last few years. Yeah, Pranav.
No, Jitu, you can
No, I
answer.
think Jitu does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the last 4 years, we when I came back, like 4 years back, when I came back, like if you see the entrepreneur means as a background, I found very few person from the missing community were into this, but gradually in the last like 1.5 year, I've seen a lot of people like especially the young crowd are being attracted to this. So yeah, even I have seen few people have came back from other big cities from other parts of India and have started something of their own.
Mm. And what about
And
Pranav?
which is a good news for us actually.
What about Pranav? Yes. What do you feel?
Yeah, when we started in 2016, we legally started in 2016, but we have been working since 2015.
Mm.
So like our, what you call, the paperwork and all, everything we got, we got approval from the MCA and all in 2016. So since way back then, there was hardly a few people from our community, except I know, I think apart from Uttam sir, I think there was no one of my age who were into, uh, like, who are starting a new business, or,
Mm.
so now I have seen that, there are a lot of people, a lot of young, like folks from our community. They have been working in many domain, say from handicrafts, say from many are into event management, many are into camping, many are into what you call starting their own. Uh, yeah, there are a lot of people. Like I like lost count of how many.
Yeah. But I will ask
but
you
I but
this
but I
interesting.
know a handful of guys. Yeah, right now, like right now, there are a handful of young, young folks who have been working, who has been working in many different domains. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll ask you this question, both of you. Like, entrepreneurship is it looks fancy, startups and everything. It looks fancy from outside. Social media, you're cycling and you're doing everything. But very few people actually make it, no? Like if 10 people start, probably 2 or 3 will be successful. Am I right? Like how many people actually become successful in this business, and what does it take to make it to this in this business? So this is for the missing community. So whoever will see this video can understand what does it take. For instance, I think it is very fancy. Even I feel like I should go back and do farming, but it's not as easy as it sounds. You take some kind of, what are the risks involved, and what does it take to make it? So I'll start with Pranav, and then Jitu can answer the same question. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. So what are the challenges?
Yes, I mean it looks very difficult.
Yeah.
It looks very fancy, from outside, because of social media and everything, that Pranav is going to this camp, Pranav is cycling to this place. But it's a lot of hard work, no? That hard work cannot be seen in social media. So what are the hard works does it take to make it? What are the challenges that you face?
Yeah, I think first you have to be very mentally strong. Like profit or money should always come secondary. I believe that. In all these years, I have always kept whatever profit or whatever the money always comes secondary for us and for our company or anyone who is working with us. So yeah, it looks fancy from outside, but there are a lot of challenges. Like for months you will go unpaid. Like for it's all about dealing. How you deal with people. After all these years, I believe that if you don't understand people, then you don't understand business. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's basically you have to be very good with people. You have to understand people more.
Okay. Jitu, same question.
Yeah, as you told, look really fancy from outside, but if you go really into the picture, like it's really hard, to be very frank. Initially, from my experience, the first 4 to 5 years is really tough. It's really hard to survive. Since though the money comes, you'll not gain. Though even if you do earn profit, the money will not go into your pocket. You have to put it back in the company. Like you have to invest it back, either in different forms, maybe in the form of equipments, maybe in form of marketing, or like you have to invest it back. So initially 4 to 5 years is really tough, and if you can survive those 4 to 5 years, I'm sure that you'll be successful in your venture. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jitendra said, reinvesting your profits into the company is one thing that people should really look into. It's not that suppose you make $100, this month. It's not that you divide among your you should always reinvest back into the company. That's very helpful. Helpful in the long run.
Okay. Did you guys have any capital when you started the business? Was it needed, or you raised from public? How did you start, Pranav, your business?
I had some way back in 2016. I had some savings. Then my parents they lended me some money. Then we went to a bank. So, and also my friends, they are the older co-founders, they had some savings. Then we pulled all the money together, and started the company.
And what about Jitu?
Yeah, we have a shared part of investment. Yeah, even I have some a little amount of money saved, and my partner has invested a few amount from his part for the company.
Okay. So, important thing now, Pranav, I'll ask you this question. You drive to Majuli and other places, and you sell the experience of also being with missing community or Assamese community. Does it help in cultural orientation for people who come with you? Are there always people? Have you ever taken people from other parts of India to Majuli or to showcase a missing culture? Does it help? in breaking those stereotypes or understanding our community better? What do you feel, Pranav?
Yeah, yeah, it really helps. Yeah, like most of my friends and most of my what you call my partners or my associates, like from outside Assam or from Assam. So whenever I take back to my village or in Dhemaji, so they're always awestruck with whatever with the hospitality of the people. They're very like what you call, they love our culture, the food. Yeah, it really helps in what you call the cultural exchange of different communities. Yeah.
Okay. Jitu, you also feel the same?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
We missing community are really like good at this.
So have you taken people like foreign guests? Like I know you have also taken French people to tours and all. Have you taken any foreign guests to our community, and have they been oriented better? Or how does the cultural exchange? Is it good?
No, not to our community, but yeah, to different communities I have taken. But yeah, till now not to our community. But yeah, very soon I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of, both of you can answer this. In terms of developing tourism and cultural exchange relations-based tourism, is there a possibility in both with the missing community? What are the possibilities that you see? Pranav can start. What are the possibilities that can you see if we have to start a tourism company or other company in terms of with the missing community, with keeping in mind the missing roots? What are the things that we can do?
I think like I have been to many remote countryside of like of Demazi, like Kogamuk and all.
Yeah.
So like people out there, they are hardly exposed to what what tourism is, or like how tourism can help the community around them. So I think there need to have some what you call awareness about how how like how tourism can like can be really beneficial for the local economy, or that thing. So we need to have we need to what you call educate the people first. And I think like educating the young unemployed youth of our community,
Mm.
like training them will be a very good thing. Like we really want to explore that part.
Okay. What about Jitu?
Yeah, if you consider missing community, yeah, we have a lot of scopes to do.
Mm.
Like a lot of people from different parts of India, they want to come and experience a different thing. Maybe with a staying with a local tribe, having their food, tasting their food, how they cultivate, to know how they do the fishing and all. So like we missing community have some unique things, so no other tribes in any part of India or the rest of the world does that. So if we focus on those parts, like the unique things that we do, yeah, obviously it will attract people from different parts of India to come to not only India, even abroad also, to come and experience those things. Yeah, as Pranav has mentioned that, yeah, a little bit of training is required, like in certain sectors, like little bit of, if we can give little bit of input, yeah, and a little bit of polishing, that will help us, and some to give some unique experiences to those travelers, and which will like boom in this, like the Nagas do, and right now in the Hornbill Festival. So if we does little bit polishing of that sort of thing, yeah, we'll do good. And this like the experience sector, experience tourism.
Okay. So have both of you, in either of you, have reached out to Missing Autonomous Council for any support or anything, or to reach out to missing young people and do trainings? And have you reached out yet or no? Any one of you can answer. Pranav, have you reached
uh,
out? No.
I have been we have been working with a few what you call MSc executive. We have worked with a few, they have helped us in like in many of our projects. But we haven't approached like what you call officially with a proposal, or you know but we have been in touch. I know a lot of what you call executives from MSc, so they have helped me in their personal capacity. So what while we organize tours, or like in that way.
Jitu have not reached out any.
No, but yeah, in terms of training, yeah, we have done few training courses for India tourism, like the government of India, to promote, like to educate the people, especially the young generations, about adventure tourism in various parts of Assam. But and right now we have not done with the missing community yet, but very soon we'll approach the autonomous council for this.
So both of you are ready to do trainings if possible, if
Yeah,
there are willing students or
yeah, obviously.
willing young people. No?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay. I will ask one more question, and then do you think that in the startup culture or in the music festival culture or any other culture, there's reputation that everyone follows the same person? Like, for instance, I can see a lot of people doing music festivals, a lot of people doing cycling, camping, but not, or some people doing agriculture, but not many are going beyond that. Do you think there's a reputation that people actually see someone and then do the same thing and it creates problem? Or do you think this is a good thing, that the market is totally not exploited yet? What do you think?
In one term, I'd say it is a good thing if people repeats.
Okay.
Like suppose if you go to people go to fancy bazaar, for example, people go to fancy bazaar because there you have a lot of options to explore. Like shop one sells the same thing with a different rate, shop two sells with a different rate. You have a lot of options to explore, but at the same time you have also the negative thing, also negative impact also. Like if you're on it, like if your competitor are not being properly trained or like properly, like you can say design the tour, or maybe or maybe the customize according to the requirement of the client, it may send a negative impact on the whole of the region, like the whole. So suppose if people come to India, northeastern part of India, and if something and a negative impact happens, so it will happen. So it will impact the whole of Northeast as a whole.
Mm.
So that's like it has both the positive and a negative impact.
Mm. What about Pranab? You feel the same?
Yeah. So yeah, every business is whatever is, what you call replicable. Like you need to find that sweet spot, and you need to have that. Basically, you need to find that sweet spot where people can replicate about what you do. People will always replicate. But they will replicate your services. They will replicate, whatever product you offer to them, or whatever service you offer to the customers. But I think one thing you cannot replicate is the way you do things, the patient, how you do things. So that's
Okay. Interesting conversation. But I will stop here. But before I stop, I will ask both of you to give your concluding remarks. I'll ask Pranav, what do you think? If you have to say something to the young students and young missing people, what would you say?
I think it is the right time. It's the best time to start something. Like by going back to their village, or I think it's the best time to start anything. Like I feel that way. Like even now we have been working on pivoting our business model a bit. Like not limited to cycling or not limited to adventure tourism. So we have been trying to get into like different aspects like agriculture. Like there are a lot of opportunities in agri-tech. There are a lot of opportunities in what you call what we call education, online education. Like there can be, like for example, there can be what you call tutorials based in missing language, or there can be, there are a lot of opportunities for the young people. And I think now is the right time to uh, start anything.
Jitu, your
Yeah,
concluding
I have a
remarks.
suggestion, especially for the young generation. Yeah, before starting anything, be
Yeah.
prepared financially and mentally. Like financially, in the terms that you have to be ready for 3 to 4 years, that you'll not get any returns from the company, and mentally, like you have to fight for 3 to 4 years. Like you should be able to survive for those 3 years. And before starting anything, also please do a market survey of whatever domain you want to start. Please do a market survey of the whole thing
Mm.
before doing anything. That's like my suggestion from
And
my side
also,
to the young
and
generation.
also, I would like to add that you need to have a very good team before when we when you plan to start anything. So I feel that when I started, I always first try to build a team. You need to have a very uh, kick-ass team to educate your ideas into.
Mm. Okay, so fine. So if any students or any young people after watching this video, if they want to connect to you and learn from you, would you be willing to train them or just give them mentorship? It doesn't have to be physical mentorship, but it can also be online. Whatever. Are you guys willing to do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Thank you so much for both of you to agree to do this interview. This has been very enlightening, and it was fun conversing with you both. You both are, Jitu is my close friends since Cotton College, and Pranav, and we have worked together, I think, I don't know how many years on various projects for missing community, and I think we will continue to do so. So it was a good conversation. I think all of us, three of us, are young, and we can do things for the missing community. So let's hope we can take our community towards more and more progress, Hannah. So I will stop here. Okay. Thank you so much to agree on agree.